I'm sure you know a lot of people in a high school relationship or even in one yourself. It may seem hard to believe, but 1 in 3 high school students have been or will be involved in an abusive relationship. But before we look into that, let's see what people think about two young adults being involved. Can they be in love, and can it be serious?
You can very easily get into a serious relationship with somebody, but about the falling in love part, you can also do that at a young age.
I'm not sure if people can necessarily be in love, but I think that being in relationships in high school helps people find who they are and what they're going to be looking for in a potential spouse or significant other in the future. I think that a high school relationship can be serious, but I'm not sure if people know exactly what love is just from one relationship.
Teen dating is essential to prepare young people for marriage in the future. They learn how to communicate with a significant other, and they just learn how to get along and be in a relationship. I do think two young people could be in love if both young people are fully committed to the relationship.
Learning from AP Euro, relationships, people began to marry in their very early teens, 15, 16, so this is the same age that people are in relationships right now. So I think it's totally possible that a teen relationship could have true love.
I think it can be serious, but not as serious as people when they get older. It's just like a fling to me.
Teen dating, I believe, is really important to the teenage life because teenagers need to experience emotional pain so that they can learn from it.
I do believe two people can be in love. I mean, little kids learn to love their parents from the beginning of their life, so they definitely know what that feels like. And so I don't understand why teen love would be any different. But overall, I think it could get serious.
As long as both people are in the relationship and they're both for the relationship, that is totally fine. And as far as if it's possible for teenagers to fall in love, I think anything, I know this is cheesy, but anything is really possible as long as both of the two people are really serious about it.
Well, I believe that, if you like a person that you feel real strongly for, that you and that person should be able to, chill together, so to speak, and be together. That should be nobody's business, but, y'all's. According to my dad, you can't be true love if you're still in high school, so, yeah.
Now that we've covered the basics, what if those people were of a different race? In 1967, there are state laws banning interracial marriage. Thankfully, those laws overturned that same year. In 1970, there were only 65,000 interracial marriages involving African Americans and whites. As society progressed, that number grew to 422,000 in 2005. So, with all this progression, why do people still have a problem with interracial couples?
Some people may take offense to it or something because there's a different color. Maybe.
I think you're in love with who you're in love with, regardless of what they might look like or what background they come from.
I have no problem with interracial dating. I don't think it should be a problem. If you like the person and you're interested in them, then why not date them? I think people have a problem with it because of their culture.
I personally believe there's no problem with interracial dating. I believe the reason it's such a societal taboo is because it's it's similar to marrying outside of your religion or outside of your culture. People are comfortable with tradition, and it's not very traditional. If people can get over that and they're fine with that like I am, I think it's perfectly fine to have a interracial relationship.
To me, it's nothing wrong with interracial dating. We're people, so it shouldn't matter.
I'm totally for that. I think especially we've come so far in society and there should be no problems with that. And I think if two people are in love, love should surpass any type of skin color. It doesn't matter. And I think people have a problem with it still because of how things used to be. If it's love and it's what's meant to be, that it shouldn't matter what color your skin is.
Honestly, I think dating, it doesn't matter what color you are, your size, everything, your age. I think people have a problem with it, the older generation, because white stays as white, black stays as black. So I just think that's the way they were brought up.
I'm half Chinese and I'm half European, so I'm a mixed baby, I guess. But I do approve of it, and if people are in love, that shouldn't stop them, especially because of the society we live in today.
Me being a black man, I have no problem. I don't know why people have problems with it, but I don't know why people have problems with it. They do. That disturbs me as African American. But I'm all for it, If I want to be with a Puerto Rican or a white woman or a German woman, it's nobody's business to say I can't. especially not the one chick's mama, right? Because, you know, I like your daughter, but she was like, no, I can't go out with her because I'm black. That's for a different subject.
Another question I had was, why all the violence? 40% of teen girls, ages 14 to 17, say they know someone their own age who has been hit or beaten by a boyfriend. Also, 30 to 50% of female high school students reported having already experienced teen dating violence. So, do enough people stick up about teen abuse? And if not, should they? Why do people even put up with it in the first place?
I don't think enough teens speak up about it because I know a lot of people who are in abusive relationships who don't speak up about it. I think that maybe if more people spoke up about it, it would have fewer abusive relationships, and it would definitely help the teens.
I think people should speak up about teen dating abuse because it's not right for anyone to be treated wrong by their significant other, their boyfriend or girlfriend. It seems to me that the reason people put up with that kind of abuse is because they don't have enough respect for themselves or they're not confident enough in themselves. And I just think that if they don't have the respect for themselves to know to get out of a relationship where they're being abused, someone should tell them that that's not right and that they shouldn't have to take it.
That is absolutely not acceptable for a young girl or guy, for that matter, to be abused by a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and I really think that they should speak up and say something about it, because if they speak up, others who are going through the same thing will be able to talk about it.
I think much like domestic violence and other abuse that happens in adults, the same thing happens in teenagers. And once again, like the domestic violence within adults, it's also not seen in teens as well.
I don't think really some people speak up because they're scared to say something.
I think some people that are part of actual relationships that have teen abuse in them are too afraid to say anything because of the consequences that might come from that. But it's definitely a topic that needs to be addressed even more so, because I know if it starts out at such a young age, it can only get worse from there.
I don't think children stick up for themselves when they're getting abused, or I don't think they talk about it. I think they need to be more open about it, talk to their parents and their friends, their counselors, and get help.
I think it should still be something that people pay a lot of attention to, because it should never go away. And like if people allow it in teenagers, then it's only going to get worse when they're in actual married relationships.
I don't think people speak about teen dating abuse. I mean, it's a scary thing to talk about. I mean, just, you know, even though I'm a man, sometimes, you know, she might, you know, beat me across the head. And of course, I never tell anybody that. Sometimes I'm really deeply terrified of her, you know. She might be small and frail and fragile, but she can whoop some you-know-what if you ever get her.
So why do people tolerate it, do you think?
Why do people tolerate it? Because they're scared.
They want
They're so scared. Because they don't want to get found out. Then that person would get even more mad. Just like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? They just start beating me upside the head.
Is this do you want me to stop the video? Is this too much?
It's okay. I think people tolerate it because it's not something that you can easily talk about.